the law changes and your property doesn't meet the new code, is it grandfathered in so you don't have to change anything?
Well, it depends. On what? Help Me Howard with Patrick Fraser will explain tonight.
Daniel is a landlord because it runs in the family.
My mother owned a little apartment building, and she used to collect rents all the time, and I guess that's in my blood.
Today he owns several properties, a great way to make a living for him.
I love it. It's just, and I like people, and I deal with people all the time.
But one problem has wiped the smile off Daniel's face.
The problem is the dumpster. I have a dumpster that's been there since I purchased the property.
When Daniel bought the property in 2002, the dumpster sat right where it is today.
I got a violation saying I had 24 hours to move the dumpsters.
It's a small apartment complex, just 6 units. Daniel's reply to the city?
I told the city, if you tell me where to put it, I'll be glad to put it. But they couldn't find no place.
Daniel was told to put a dumpster on wheels here and roll it out. Won't work, he says, because it won't fit through the gate. The city's next suggestion?
Every tenant has to have their own garbage can.
That sounds great, but Daniel says that won't work either.
They have to bring the garbage cans through here, over this stump here, out through the rocks. Garbage cans, when they're filled, they're heavy. Even with wheels on it, they're heavy.
The cans won't fit between the cars, meaning one tenant has to move their vehicle on garbage day.
Whoever moves the car out has to keep the car someplace so they can pick up the garbage.
Daniel doesn't understand why a dumpster that's been in this spot for 20 years is illegal and not grandfathered in.
So that's my problem. I don't know what to do, and that's why I called these guys.
Well, Howard, does grandfathered in come into play?
Yes. In some cases, grandfathered in is permanent. In other cases, like this dumpster, it's temporary. What I mean by that is, if the city wants you to move and enclose a dumpster that's been there for decades, they should give you options to come up to code and the time to do it, since it was no fault of your own.
We contacted the city of Hollywood. A spokesperson wrote, the dumpster is not housed in an enclosure as required by code, and that Daniel's neighbor complained that the garbage truck regularly leaves the dumpster on their lawn. Give Hollywood credit. They worked with Daniel and met with him to give him several options. The city says Daniel signed an agreement to remove the dumpster and store trash cans on the side of his property where they're permitted. He now has 3 months to do that. We don't know how Daniel will get the cans through the rocks to the curb or how he feels about agreeing to remove his dumpster. But he's apparently not happy we couldn't get the city to let him keep his dumpster because he won't return our calls.
First time that's ever happened, but sorry, sometimes you get the bear and sometimes the bear gets you. Now, how do you know if something is grandfathered in permanently or temporarily? Most cities or counties have it on their websites, so look there. A problem turned into a real dumpster fire? Ready to trash it? Don't waste time, truck us in to haul it away. With this, Help Me Howard and Patrick Fraser, 7 News.
Oh, that is a first.
First, yeah, we've heard of that, yeah.
Right?